Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, the title that I viewed is Gotcha. I didn't really get anything. What I got was verification and clarification on what's going on. Basically, I can go down the timeline of what I did today. And I had to take care of some business actually because I'm trying to do some things, important things. So yeah. So let's get to it. This is for Bob Ferguson, Tom Homan, um, the mayor of Seattle, the attorney general of Seattle, and it's so much more I wanted to hashtag, but I couldn't think of them quite soon, and I was afraid that my stuff, all my work, would get erased. And I know one day it's going to happen again because it has happened where all my work got erased by me speedballing with typing on StreamYard. So this is for Bob Ferguson at the most because he runs and he signs orders, and not orders, but bills and different things from what the Senate, you know, put in the Olympia from Olympia. They go into a room, they start talking about different things, and then they have a big ceremony, not ceremony, but they have a big meeting, possibly open or closed, about what is to come, such as, for instance, with gas. That was an open and closed meeting, which the bill was given to the Senate, I believe, and it was passed, and then it was given to you, Bob Ferguson, to sign. I don't know what you did with it. I don't know if you passed it or had some stipulations on it, but that's neither here nor there. That's how it works. So yeah, I kind of know how it works. So, well, 7:30 in the morning, I'm going to talk about this every time it happens because I want to notate it because it's on camera. It's on camera. 7:30 this morning, I 6:30 this morning, I actually got up. I heard some noises and somebody left out their house early, actually exceptionally early, earlier than anticipated, earlier than usually what happens. And so I just didn't care. I jumped in the shower and took me a shower, washed my hair, and got dressed, got ready to go, left out. And so I went to go get me Starbucks, which they always know where I go. Always. Everybody always know where I go. Everybody know where I go. Starbucks. I don't go unless it's a weekend or a random day to the Starbucks all the way downtown or down by Walmart because I know that that's where they can bribe people at. Just like I don't go to the Taco Bell up here no more. And so I sit up there and go to the one up the street. And the ladies are exceptionally nice, by the way. And I decided to go to the store. And I told y'all, well, I didn't tell y'all, I just went by the store. And then I said, I'm at the store and I'm about to go in. But before I did that, I started continuing to talk. Nobody was here yet. Nobody. It was like partially empty. Like it had at least probably 20, 15 cars, 10 cars And so I started to begin to talk about how uh, illegal immigrants should go back to their country, which I feel very strongly. And about 5 minutes into me talking about that, what comes about of that? People started pulling up that were Hispanic. Could have been, I don't know if they're illegal immigrants or not, but they were Hispanic, and they were walking into the Safeway. I said I felt uncomfortable because of the way it happened, how as soon as I started talking about that, they pull up on GP, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the other Safeway. But I said the Safeway in Bellevue, and I went to another one. So I went to another one, and this is where gotcha come in at. There were absolutely nobody. Nobody was really there. Nobody was really there. Now, I don't know if they follow me or not, or if they said don't come in, but there were 0.05% of Hispanics there. That was alarming for me. No one was really going shopping. They worked there. It was empty like a ghost town. And I was happy, but I was like, what is the point that they're trying to get at? They come to this Safeway after I said what I said, and now all of a sudden they're not at the other Safeway, which I've been to that Safeway before, and that's all they do is go there to get beer and party supplies and meats. So what why why is nobody in there? Not one. Not one. That's what made it suspicious. Bob Ferguson. Because the last words I said was I watched. They follow me to the next store. That's where they messed up. One lady was laughing at me when I was pulling out the other Safeway. She thought it was a joke. I can never trust a Hispanic person again. As much intel as I know that they have told me from Santa Maria, I can never trust another one again. Now, if they don't know me and know me personally, I treat them with respect and everything. But when they get to know me or get to know my show, how my show is not how I feel about every single Hispanic. But I will say that I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Because every time I feel like I'm trusting them, they stab me in the back. Two landlords did that. Two landlords. I was nice, genuinely nice. One in Santa Maria and one here. And like I told her, she will never see a dime come from me, but she'll get paid through bankruptcy. I think what's keeping me alive is them bringing my mental health into this. I think what's keeping me alive is them bringing my mental health. If I didn't have a rap sheet of a little bit of mental health, such as depression, anxiety, etc., there there will be nothing to go on to try to continue to make things worse or on. So the best remedy for what they wanted to do would be to try and rob me, rob my house, or even kill me. That's what they're trying to do now. So the way I'm going to get an apartment, Bob Ferguson, this is important for you to hear. I want you to hear the whole thing. The way that I'm going to try to get an apartment isn't the normal way. It's like I'm overseas. I'm going to tell them to shoot me over a video, and if I like the way the apartment looks, I'll just go ahead and put in the application. But there's no way that I'm driving somewhere no more, because I know that they have a monitor on my car. The day of move, which I'm not telling nobody the day of move, I will make an appointment with this car place to go ahead and search my car thoroughly for any monitors, for any recorders, anything. And they've done it before. It can take anywhere from an hour to 6 hours. I will be well prepared. So you don't know the date of the move? You won't know the date of the move? And you won't know the date that I'm going to fish around in my car for the device. So what else did I put? So, you know, these people do hard drugs and then they end up ineligible, unintelligible, belligerent, and under the influence of drugs, where they're sitting up there doing illegal stuff and don't care because they're under the influence of drugs, where they commit crimes and shoot at officers' cars and disable officers' cars? What if officers didn't have the equipment that they had to handle being shot at with an AK-47? This was an AR-15 or an AK-47. I can't remember which one. What if they did not have the equipment to actually hold for like the bullets coming in? Because that's powerful assault. That's a powerful assault rifle. And that's where robberies and break-ins come in at. I support Trump. I support Trump. What is the big deal supporting Trump? Is it because he's leaving me nuggets? He's dropping knowledgeable nuggets in the road for me and every other person that's listening to him. Like, what is the big deal? And then another thing, how I ask myself, how are they doing this? And I listened to what that woman said yesterday or the day before yesterday on the news. And then it just clicked. It just clicked. She's probably at a safe house that everybody knows that's safe where she's at. And it's not an apartment building where people, like if she was in America and stayed at an apartment building, that people that are legalized here because their parents probably had sex and had them, and they're affiliated with the cartel members or Trende Aragua or whoever, but they're legal. And then they get apartment buildings for them. They're like the moles. They get these apartment buildings for them or get a job for them in the same vicinity. This goes deep. And then they sit up there and then they do with their master, not even their master. They're just doing what they're told for right now. They're doing what they're told for right now. They are doing what they are told, but some of them aren't. And it has to be some of these judges and higher ups that are asking them or telling them to go ahead and you can do something to her illegally, do something to the child illegally, and nothing will happen to you. I wonder who told who that it was okay to murder Lake and Raleigh. Who gave that go? Or that 12-year-old girl? She was their race. Because there are pedophiles out here. And there are the ones that's giving a slap on the wrist to the real pedophiles out here. Just like that guy that's a pedophile in Seattle. And he's abusing cats, dogs, chickens, whatever he can get his hand on, raping, abusing. He had to have killed before. And now he shaved his head bald and didn't come to the court hearing. He's white. These criminals, we got enough criminals here. We got enough criminals in America. We don't need more criminals coming here terrorizing us. That's why those type of criminals deserve to be in a high-end maximum security prison called Alcatraz. Alcatraz. Not too big, not too small, but just right. With the craziest, get so many correctional officers that butterfingers happen and so many things happen to them. And then they start saying, I want to move, and you can't move. Just like the guy that sat up there and jumped over the bridge, knowing he had to have known that there was nothing over that bridge. There was absolutely nothing over that bridge. He'd rather jump over the bridge and risk breaking a leg, which he ended up expiring, than to go to jail from King County. Not to mention people saying they feel safe. Yeah, you may feel safe, but you know, in Texas, they felt safe. But then fights ensued. People started turning on the other kind. People started treating white people like crap because they started calling the police on them. It was terrible. And they said it. They sat up there and said it. They were like, you know what? I call the police and nothing happens. They're trying. But here's the deal. These police officers are trying to do the right thing, but they're going to end up being broken. They're going to end up being broken. If ICE wasn't in the picture, they would and Trump wasn't in the picture and Biden was here, they would be broken. Because what they do when they don't like you is plausibly, allegedly, they break into your house. Because I keep wondering, well, why do they keep sitting up there? Why do they keep sitting up there messing, like watching I never seen somebody watch food like in a grocery store. When people go on grocery shopping, they don't watch other people's food. They're focused on their food. But when other people start watching what you putting in your cart and getting other people to watch what you put in your cart, it just seems suspect. So let's go back to the story of allegedly you got somebody that's alleged Hispanic American that associates with the cartel members that maybe work here, that has access to keys. My phone is ringing now. That has access to keys. So they have access to keys, and they know about somebody like my show, allegedly. And then they have access to these pesticides long time ago now, long time ago, because they're mad at white people. Don't get, I'm being honest with y'all. They don't like y'all because y'all keep making them pick crops. They don't want to pick crops. And I've heard it for right from the horse's mouth. One lady told me that those crops make people's jaws come off. And there was a lawsuit and teeth rot because of the chemicals. You can't smell them, you can't taste them, but you're around them most of the time. And you can, if you eat them or if you forget to wash your hands, it can cause really bad tooth decay and make your jaw come out your mouth. And they said they don't like white people for putting them through that. So I'm just being honest with y'all. Now y'all know the people I've been around. And I never, the question wasn't that I asked her, do you like white people? I never engaged in a dialogue where I said, well, I don't like them either. I never engaged in that type of dialogue. I just said, oh, yeah. Oh, really? You know, and then a cartel member said, what he, when he was little or a teenager, El Chapo used to buy them things at restaurants. And he said that he said out his mouth, he said out his mouth, and I know he was a member of the cartel. He said out his mouth that white people are dumb. They're allowing us to come across the border and they're slow. As long as they got money in their pocket, they're happy. And that's on God. He maybe didn't say it exactly like that, but he said it. He said some crap like that. He didn't say it exactly in the words that I said, but he said it. He made sure he was clear that all they care about is money. Now, going back to you, Bob Ferguson, going back to you, are you going to allow them to take over your city? Are you going to allow them to follow me, which I'm not doing nothing but my daily routine every day? Every day is something. Are you going to allow that because they pay you? Or are y'all in too deep? Democrats. Why didn't I say it before? It just didn't cross my mind because I wanted to forget about Santa Maria. But since I have y'all on my mind, Santa Maria, I'll use you to the best of my ability. So y'all sitting up there giving them money, or they giving you money to do what they doing, and they don't care about you. You probably going out to barbecues in your house with them. Hey, we got her back this week, didn't we? Ha! Not in those words. But it's okay. Don't believe me. When they turn on you, when they get larger numbers and you allowing them to come to your house and play with AK-47s, assault rifles, and assault weapons, they can easily just shoot you down. If they had the numbers, they would. And they almost had the numbers. Dummies. You were letting them in like wildfire. Oh, they're safe. Bring them on in. Bring them on in. Oh, just like that guy that sat up there and safely he was trying to miss the officer. All he was doing was just trying to shoot at the vehicle. He wasn't trying to shoot the officer, y'all. He wasn't trying to shoot the officer. He's still on a run, but he wasn't trying to shoot at the officer. He was just trying to shoot the vehicle just because he didn't want to go to jail for killing an officer. So he shot at the vehicle, you know, out of kindness for the officer. He's a good person. Y'all probably protest about him if that officer died and he went to jail for him. He's innocent. He's innocent. Why can't we all get along? Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Stay out of court business. Stay out of municipal, district, federal court business. Stay out of it. You have no idea what's going on. They have evidence. They have video. Just like they have a video of that guy that killed in cold blood the healthcare CEO. And now they're seeking the death penalty and they're trying to take the death penalty off the table. I'm going to tell you one thing about me. I am going to sit up there and put my name on the ballot for president. I am going to sit up there and run again, not here, but when I move to a sanctuary city for Black people. Um, when I move, I'm going to run for state senate. The reason why I'm putting my name on there is because I don't think many Black people put their names on there. I'm not trying to run and go to the Goober National or whatever, like go to the finals. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm trying to see how many people would actually acknowledge me run it from the comfort of my own home. You know why? Because I done been through a lot, Bob. I done been through a lot. And I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot. And don't think for a second I'm slow. I know what they're about. And that's why I don't trust them. And that's why they harass me. Every day is something. They want me indoors. And then when I'm indoors, weird stuff happen in my apartment building that shouldn't happen. Weird stuff. They just move new people in. Exactly what are their race? Think about it. You need to figure out who's doing what to me and call it off. Because I want to be able to go out whenever I want and live a happy life. I used to be able to, but I started noticing people were following me. I make a left-hand turn, they make a left-hand turn. I stop in the middle, not middle of the street, but I make a turn into a restaurant, they make the turn into a restaurant. I go out of the restaurant, they go out of the restaurant. I turn into another place, they turn into that place. They know I changed medication. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Somebody is leaking information at the courthouse. It has to be the courthouse or the doctor or both. This needs to be a full-on investigation because if they do this to me, they're going to do it to y'all. They're going to do it to y'all. They don't even need to do it to y'all because y'all giving them prime time access to your houses. Prime time access to your patios and houses, little small houses or whatever you call them. I don't know what you call them, but you know, you're giving them access. They all they have to do, and they rob people. All they have to do, they're gathering intel. They're gathering intel. Y'all are messing up for money, and they want to see just how long it'll last until they be the ones with the weapons controlling the United States. This is a national security threat, and the Democrats don't want to admit it. They in la la land. Signs. Let them go. It's just sad. It's really sad. I'm not watching no video, but I have to get off of here. Oh man, I didn't know I was gonna miss the video interview with her. But this is more important. So I'm about to call her now and yeah. So y'all take care. Be safe and know who's really for you. I mean, you know Trump. Trump may sit up there and do things that makes people mad, such as, the Pope thing and stuff of that nature. He does stuff to get the left people mad, but y'all do stuff to make him mad that is more important than national security threats. Y'all can't take what he do, a simple picture, from scratching up Tesla cars and doing so much more harm. So much more harm. Having them come over and kill people. And you can sit up there all day and ask them, they'll tell you their loyalty belongs with you, just like their money belongs with you. They're going to keep saying it. But if they had those numbers and you're going to make it, you're going to hurt us. You're going to hurt us. You're going to hurt us. Take care, everybody. Like I said before, Bob Ferguson, my blood is on your hands if anything ever happens to me. Because they're going to start questioning, why didn't you do anything about this girl reaching out? And you can say your assistants had your contact information all you want, but they supposed to tell you about stuff that's in major circumstances like this. Thank you.
Never waste my time, you all I want.